What is it like dating or being married to a mentally ill patient? 17 years of it. Bipolar ADHD woman. The abuse escalated until it wasn't doable anymore. Physical and mental. I'm a big guy, 6'1", 190 hash with no body fat, gym bro. And I got the shit beat out of me on a regular basis by a 120 pounds woman. Had my foot run over with an SUV intentionally. Broke many bones. Had a crystal bowl filled with decorative glass rocks thrown at my head in an attempt to legitimately kill me. My body is covered in scars, to where it took me a lot to take my shirt off in front of the first other woman I was with. And I cried when explaining the bite marks and slashes. Whenever I told friends about it, I had to spend an hour then convincing them not to call the police on my behalf. And that felt so isolating. When she found out her sister was dying of cancer, the violence escalated from basic to dangerous. I dragged an old mattress into a room and would press it up against the door in the one windowless room in our house. Every night I slept in the months before I finally left because I was legitimately afraid she would harm me in my sleep, knowing that I was filing for divorce. In the end, I had to make a desperate escape, move in with a relative and stay in hotels until I got a lease 45 days out. Hard to find apartments here, forfeited my house just to escape. She also self-prescribes in an era where getting a drug you saw online is as easy as getting a Zoom meeting with an internet doctor and reading off the WebMD symptoms. And like she has violent reactions to hormonal birth control. Not someone who should be experimenting with strong prescription drugs that alter moods. In over 17 years, she'd be fine for a year, then bad for 6 months after deciding she hated life and was tricked into taking medication because everyone else is crazy and she is sane. LOL, but yeah, fucking nightmare. Run for the hills. Unchecked mental health problems are even worse than blatant drug addiction in how said people cannot control their impulses and how it impacts those around them negatively. I'm proud of myself for doing so, but also ashamed. I'm currently in a relationship with the sweetest, most caring and gentle woman now. And the fucked up thing, I blew her off back in the day even though I knew she had interest in me because I didn't have the courage or self-worth to feel like I deserved it. She knows and hates my ex, even without knowing what happened. But I explained the situation in full, finally, and she understood. I also went out of my way to tell friends and family, as painful as it was. I feel like a coward for letting a woman half my size hit me. She also ruined her relationship with her parents by being violent with me at their home in front of them. They both sided with me and basically verbally disowned her on the spot. Her dad sat with me all night while I sobbed and explained that I wanted out, and he said it was justified, and I shouldn't feel ashamed. That actually escalated problems massively for me when we went home. But it really confirmed in my mind that what she was doing was wrong if her own flesh and blood were repulsed by it. But people who are abusers are also master manipulators. I'm not dumb, but I am super emotional, so they'll play to your weaknesses. My wife would make me feel bad because of her mental illness, and the fact that her ability to have any form of legitimate career as a result, that's not happening. But, I gave her the house and the paid-off car. I still help with bills beyond what's legally expected of me. I actually considered self-harm at one point to get out of there. But thankfully, I reached out to my best friend in that moment, and he rallied a ton of people to reach out to me and encourage me